Welcome back to the Sports Unfolded Just for Kicks soccer show. I'm your host, Ron Rego, and I've got with me again David Borts. How are you today? You've got to be feeling good.
Hey, feeling good about some soccer stuff, and actually RIFC, we had a big thing, and actually an interesting announcement that MLS did 2 days ago also.
Oh, we
which
got
I don't know,
a lot to
I
talk
don't
about.
know, but I can jump into that one quickly if you would like.
Yep. Well, let me do the whole spiel business wise, and then we can get right into that part of it.
You got it.
You are watching us live, of course, at Rhode Island Broadcasting on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. You're also watching us live on Twitch at RI_broadcasting, and you're also watching us live on Twitter. So there's that as well. So you can listen to us on the audio platforms of Spotify, RedCircle, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio at RIBroadcasting. And of course, all of our social medias, including not limited to TikTok, MeWe, Blue Sky, Gab, Parler, Space Hey. There's a bunch of them. So get on all those and follow us. And of course, you can find us on RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net as well, and you can support the show there. So what's this MLS information that's breaking?
Well, it's pretty interesting. I think it's about 2 days old. And honestly, over the years, I've kind of grown out of MLS because I thought they were kind of a little bit out of touch. And once they signed the big contract with Apple, and you could no longer watch the games locally, and so I've kind of been falling out with them. The Revolution have not really done well for a number of years, and they have not invested in players. So what MLS has done is they're going to change their season. So their season is going to match the European season, which is pretty much the world season. They're going to be going now from September probably through May, which will match the Euro season, which may make it easier in some ways for them to bring in players who are in mid-season in Europe, or to sell players who are late in the season in the MLS, but are going to walk right into mid-season in Europe. But the seasons are going to match calendar-wise.
So wait a minute, they're going to play wintertime?
That's what they're saying.
How are they going to do this in cold weather?
I have no idea, and I can tell you I've been to a game in the summer up in Montreal. So it's called God Knows. They've got a team in Toronto. They've got a nice team up in Vancouver. So we will see. We will see. See how much money the billionaires. You know, it's going to be tough. Yeah, going to be tough. So that is,
that's just not going to sit well with some of those teams.
Now we'll hear more about it as it goes along too, I'm sure. But it was MLS's big announcement. As I said, I don't think that their leadership, the commissioner of the league, Don Garber, is originally an NFL guy. When he came in, he's learned soccer, but he's not a soccer person. But I guess this is his reach out to say, maybe I am. Who knows? But the MLS has a lot of sway within the national organization, U.S. Soccer Federation. So the federation is kind of swayed with them without saying anything negative. Just they've swayed with what they want.
I got a feeling this is going to blow up in their face because I got a strange feeling that some of these players aren't going to want to play in the winter.
I don't think so either.
How are you going to play out in Canada when it's snowing a lot?
Yeah, exactly. I can tell you, in 1998, I saw a game at the old Schaefer Stadium, U.S. versus El Salvador, and I think my dates are right, November 14th. And we had snow flurries and snow showers through the whole damn game, and it must have been 20. And
You're going to have to paint the ball orange so that way they can see it in the snow.
We will see. But you know what? Right now, I don't think MLS is a lead league in the world, but we'll see what they're doing and trying to pull it off. I'm happy with USL. USL is expanding. We've got a great club, which we'll talk some more about. And they're going up to having a higher division starting in 2 years, where they're going to be playing they're going to have some higher level players. There are going to be more fans in the stadiums because every team that's going to be in the higher division has got to add, I think it's 2,000 seats to their existing stadium, which I know we will be doing in Pawtucket. They've known this, they're ready for it, and I think the ownership, which is basically for the most part one guy, but it's a big company, Brett Johnson, I think he's ready to roll.
Yeah.
And
So look,
also on some players, it'll be great.
I can't wait till Messi complains about going to Montreal and playing up there in minus 40-degree weather.
Listen, 40-year-old knees, and who knows what's going to happen.
It's not happening. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's not happening. That's going to blow up in their face. I can already see it. So we do have a lot of stuff to talk about, but the first thing I want to do is talk about the Rhode Island Super Cup.
Yes.
We didn't have a show last week because schedules went haywire, and so we didn't get to come on. But that previous weekend was, the ending of the Rhode Island Super Cup, games for the season.
And there's one game hanging, which has to be made up, and it will be. Hoping this weekend, we're waiting. The two teams are waiting to agree on a date, and then we'll have the field for them. And it's a big game, and there's some compensation on the line.
Right. So you get the top two teams that are going to play for the championship.
Yes.
So here are the results from that previous week. The PCFC Renegades and Sao Nicolau played to a 2-2 draw. Mm-hmm. And Eduardo Montero scored 2 goals for the Renegades, and Oliver Stinnett and Matthew Ramirez scored for Sao Nicolau. As if I'm not mistaken, my memory is mush, but I believe it was a 2-0 lead, and they came back to tie it.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe that was scored. I saw those two teams play earlier in the season, and at the time, it was a wipeout. San Nicola just dominated the game, but things turned out as the season went on.
Yeah. The Renegades started playing pretty well the second half. So, so that game ended in a draw. The CRCP Warren Soccer Club took down Academica 3-2 in a must-win situation, to further their championship dreams, right?
Yep.
Fabio Oliveira, and we've talked about Fabio many times, and Claudio Aguiar. Claudio had 2 goals in that game.
Yeah.
To bring Warren to the winning side of the game. Ivandro Araujo and Artur Depina scored for Academica. So they did not take the top spot.
Right.
Didn't take the top spot. Dinamo Morabeza FC took down Real Colombia 2-0, and Ernesto Lopes got both goals in that game, and Dinamo went on to take the top spot. If
Ernesto
I'm not mistaken,
has been one of the leading players in the area for about 15, 20 years. And what we call the people who watched him play, and I've watched him in his earlier years, we actually try to get him promoted to a little higher level. We call him, he has a cultured left foot. He's an incredible lefty, and he's got just great talent in scoring and passing and everything you do that's offensive, on the field. He's good. He's damn good.
Yeah, I mean, we mention him every week.
Yeah.
He scores every week. Like it's crazy. So Academica with that loss put them in the third spot,
Yeah.
and they miss out.
Yep.
So Intelligentsia and Dynamo will play for that championship.
That's going to be the game, and we'll let you know when the date is in. Hopefully, Cabo will get it filmed also, so we'll be able to get it up on YouTube as well.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I'm actually gonna miss, bringing the results for this, during this off season. It'll be sad that I don't get to do this.
Well, the nice thing is this: as soon as the season ends, we're going to be having a league meeting. It's first year of the league, a little bit of restructuring. We're going to take some requests from the clubs in and see what that restructuring may be. And if things go real well, we're going to also have a younger division playing next year.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
And that one, the guys who are still playing is going to be faster, stronger, bigger, and we'll see what happens. Maybe more skilled. And there are players around waiting to play.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I mean, and there's a lot of good players that are like hibernating right now.
Oh yeah,
and because they're just not noticed, but this is going to get them noticed. It's going to get them noticed.
Yeah,
you never know.
Ultimately, that is our hope, that it will be a place where you're not in college. Hey, some of these kids don't get a chance to go to college,
right?
But good enough to be seen.
Yeah, so. And who knows? There's a team up the road a little.
Yes.
Up the road a little, they could get seen. Half of these guys that are playing are probably better than what we have in Foxborough right now. So,
yeah, unfortunately so.
Unfortunately. So, all right. So that is the lowdown on the RI Super Cup. So I cannot wait to find the results of that. Intelligentsia is a great team, as is Dynamo. It should be a great one. It should be a great one.
Most of those guys know each other. Those two teams have both been around. Mostly Cape Verdean players, a couple of Portuguese players. Both of those teams have been around for about 15 years. So
yeah,
they're pretty well organized too.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So good luck to them. I'm looking forward to seeing the outcome of that one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But let's talk. Look, this is the talk of the town right now. I mean, when you think about what this team has accomplished, and it looked grim at the beginning of this year. The first half of this year, it looked grim.
It did, except for the first game in the new stadium, and that was just a special event too.
But okay, so in the 2 weeks that we haven't had a show, I mean, we knew they would. Last time we knew they would go into the playoffs, and and they take out a new season, new perspective, and trying to build on what they did last season. Well, guess where they find themselves? They find themselves in the semifinals.
They're in the division finals, and the great thing is, last year, I mean, there were a couple of good players, but my favorite guy in terms of putting the ball in it was, I'll use his nickname, Chico, which is Albert Dickwa. And he's been dormant. Is a nice word to use this year. I'm not sure why. There may be more reasons than just looking at, what happens on the field. You never know. Sometimes, he is high enough level. He plays national team, Cameroon. Maybe he's not happy with some stuff. You never know. And all of a sudden, Chico, 2 balls in the net this past Saturday.
Chico was the man.
Looks like it's over, and now it's back. The interesting thing is, the league has an interesting seeding process, And you think,
Yeah.
oh, that means we've got a home game. And there was hope after when they went to the playoffs, 2 wins and we're back home. But they're not back home because that's just not the way the seeding in the regular season went. So,
Right.
those regular season losses now are a bit more important. So they're going to be playing in Pittsburgh. And I'm helping.
Yeah, so no,
I
go
got to
ahead.
make a personal comment here, and it's a hope for them to win for many reasons. One, I'm a fan, and two, one of the the most important people off the pitch, who is the president of the club, Dave Pert, is a guy who grew up in Pittsburgh, and so I'm hoping they take it home for him.
Yeah, that would be great.
He's a Pittsburgh guy, and he grew up there. He actually worked in the hockey. He worked in the NHL for a while for the Penguins. Yeah, so
there we go. Yes, I knew the name sounded familiar.
He's got a long sports career in more than one league. He's been NHL and he's been NFL too.
Yeah, I knew that the name just sounded familiar, and I'm like, now I know Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yep.
Absolutely knew who he was without knowing who he was.
Yeah. Well, it's these days. You put in Pittsburgh Penguins and Dave Pert, it'll get a hit.
Yeah. All right. So let's recap what has happened.
Yeah.
Rhode Island FC went down to Charleston, South Carolina, to face the Charleston Battery.
Yeah.
And they played to 0-0 until the shootout. And let me tell you, J.J. Williams, Diop, Rodriguez, Bacharach, and I might butcher his name, Nabivia? Is that what it was?
Yes, Mbivia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. They all scored in the shootout. All of them.
Yep.
And they took the shootout 5-3. Malloy, Rubin, and Myers all scored for Charleston. So they beat Charleston in a shootout.
Yep.
Number 2 seed, right?
Great game for them to win too. They needed it, obviously.
So then we were all excited. We wanted to do the show last week and we couldn't do it. Yeah. And we were all excited to bring that news. Well, now it's like doubly excited because they went down to North Carolina FC and shut them out 2-0 in the game. Both goals, of course, we had already mentioned. Albert Dickois, Chico.
Yeah.
He was the man, got player of the game, of course. And they went on to win, of course, the 2-0 win. Yep. Now, the possession-wise, RIFC dominated the possession 57%.
Yeah.
It was nice. They took it to them.
Yeah.
So that was great. 17-10 in shots. 6-4 on target. So actually getting on target was 6-4, but they had 8 blocked shots in this. Yeah. And this is what we were talking about before all these weeks, that defensively they don't have a problem.
No, they don't.
Goaltending wise, they don't have the problem. It's been the goals. Well,
yeah.
Chico has stepped it up another notch. And now you have him scoring goals in the game. And that is huge because if J.J. Williams gets going, it's going to be tough to stop. And they played Pittsburgh not too long ago, too, didn't they? Yeah. They just played them like a few games before the season ended, and they won.
Yeah, I think they played in Pittsburgh because I remember looking at the field, which was not that much.
Right.
Watching it, yeah.
Right. We were talking about this, and they ended up taking that. And like, you're looking at this team now, it's like, it's going to be tough for Pittsburgh. And they're going to have a lot of pressure on them. You know, being home, they're going to be expected to play well. And Rhode Island FC is just stifling on defense.
They are. Now then,
I mean, how do you see this game going?
I think that, I think it's a good chance for, as long as the offense is, I'll call it coherent. Not just one man at a time, but coherent and start putting it through on the wings. I think we've got a shot at winning the game, more than a shot. And winning this game, Next round is the finals. Now, and
I
then
know.
it gets interesting. It's a possibility of a final,
Yeah.
but we'll see again. It's seeding. Possibility of a final in Pawtucket, which would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so they got New Mexico United at FC Tulsa. Now, I'm not positive. Tulsa is the top seed.
Okay.
So if Tulsa wins, they're going to Tulsa.
Yeah.
New Mexico is, I thought, was the 4th or 5th seed. So I think they're still playing on the road no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? This is what gives me hope. Because neither of them are in Colorado.
Sure. Listen, if we have to go to one of those places, we'll just as well have a shot at winning.
Tulsa would be a very difficult game. I think New Mexico, they just lost to them, 2-1, I think.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. So that would be a really good game, and it gives them hope for that. Tulsa's going to be much more difficult. They're a very good team.
I think so. It's interesting. I have friends in the soccer world in both areas, in Tulsa and in New Mexico. And my friend in New Mexico was at the game a couple of weeks ago, and he did say, he was a pretty bigwig in the soccer federation. His name is Mike Edwards. He was the president of the United States Soccer Federation for about 15 years and pretty friendly. And I talked to him after the game. He said, you guys look pretty good. He liked a couple of our guys a lot. I think he liked Fuson, and he also who's the other guy he liked? He liked Bacharach.
Bacharach is a good player.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Yeah, he liked both of those guys. He said not putting anyone else down, but those guys were pretty outstanding.
Yeah. So I mean that is a lot of people are saying that around soccer that he is a top player on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think anything can happen if you're great defensively and goaltending. The keeper is a lot. I mean, if you don't have a goalkeeper, you don't really have much of anything.
No, and there are a couple in the league. I mean, I've seen a couple of other guys besides our guy. Our guy is damn good.
Yeah.
Koke is a really good keeper.
Yeah, and I'm surprised he hasn't been looked at by teams in MLS. I would probably think that is a possibility as well.
Yeah.
So, especially if when you see what this team has done, and if they keep shutting out people, other teams, in higher leagues are going to notice.
Well, that's the danger of also winning the championship too. We never know. You could lose a couple of guys. I do know that the ownership is prepared to spend. I don't know when, because of the higher division coming up. But still, when I say spend, it's a lot of money to sign a damn good player, even in this country. A really good. I don't know. I think for Dikwa, when they got him, he was the leading scorer in the league. And before they got him, I think they didn't pay a hell of a lot, but I think it was around $250 or $300,000.
Yeah,
in Europe you spend millions and millions.
It's a lot.
And to find
for this league, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. To find magic players, you're talking 7 figures, and who knows? And we're not going for Messi. I know that.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is the owner, Brett Johnson, has got a lot of contacts in England with Ipswich Town, which is he's on the board there and a partial owner. So you never know, but it costs more money over there to get somebody than it does around here, for sure. But you never know what might come up.
No matter what happens, whether they win or lose, I hope the reception when they come back home is very well and very welcoming, because they've had, they struggled this season.
Yeah.
For the most part. And for what they're doing in the postseason is phenomenal, and they should be rewarded with fans being there when they get back. That's what should happen, because they're giving it everything. And for a team that's only 2 years old,
it's pretty good.
You gotta love what they've done.
Oh yeah,
you gotta love it. It's exciting.
Absolutely. I don't know if the club itself will promote something like that. I will also tell you on a different quick subject, as they're in Pawtucket, and this year in Pawtucket, there's a mayoralty election.
Oh boy.
There's competition for who's going to be the next mayor. There's one who I know fairly well who was involved a little bit in getting this team going, Grebian. But Pawtucket's not a big city, but there are a couple of streets where they could put on a parade and throughout like Roosevelt Avenue, which is where City Hall is, and then there's Main Street. It's not like a big city, but they could bring 5,000-10,000 people out in those streets if they do it right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's exciting. I'm hoping that they can take down Pittsburgh and get to that finals, to get to the finals a second straight year. That would be spectacular. It would be great for the city, to be honest with you.
Sure.
It'd be great for the city. I mean, it's, you have a lot of sports fans in the area that were really upset about the Pawtucket Red Sox.
Sure.
And to be honest with you, they have a right to be upset about the Pawtucket Red Sox, because what the Red Sox really did is kind of awful, to be honest with you.
Backdoor, make some money.
Right. And to top it all off, David, you know what has really boiled my water? And it's been like a year-long promotion. The Red Sox and Nesson basically built a playground for the city of Worcester.
Exactly.
I've never seen the Red Sox do anything like that for Pawtucket. Never.
No.
And it's really upsetting. And frankly, what we have now is much better than having the Red Sox in our backyard bullying the city. True. Basically.
True. Yeah.
So kudos to this organization. I hope you can achieve greatness this year. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the game. The game is at Pittsburgh in Highmark Stadium on Saturday at 6:30 p.m.
Once again, on ESPN Plus.
Yes.
Unfortunately, but it is what it is.
Yes. But, David, I can watch it because I have the soccer package. I have every game.
And I've got ESPN Plus, so I will be on watching.
So I will be watching and supporting this team on Saturday. I'm going to have to flip in between, Bruins and RIFC, but this is playoffs, man. This takes precedence. Playoff time.
Yeah.
I can watch another 70 games of Boston Bruins.
Yep.
Look, David, I'm excited, and I hope we have exciting news next week.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about some potential.
Right. Let me just tell you about a couple of guests, and then I'm going to have to run off. But I've invited, and it may be, and I'm waiting on their date availability. It may be they can't do Tuesday. They may want Wednesday.
Wednesday would actually be easier for me.
We'll leave it that way for now because I think that's what I was told. But it's Project Goal, which I told you about, is this nonprofit that runs a soccer and tutoring program in Providence, Pawtucket, Central Falls for kids. And the president is a good friend of mine. One of the founders also is a guy named Javier Centineo. Javier was one of the best Colombian players in Rhode Island going back over the past 15, 20 years. And he played for the old team, the Stingrays, when they were playing, and he was one of their top players. And Javier is on their board. Javier is also a good friend, and I talking about inviting him, and then one other kid who's a Liberian kid who grew up going way back, who I discovered in their program and got him into playing with our team called Bayside many years ago, and eventually he went off to college, got himself a degree, and he's back in the Providence area, and he's got a couple of small businesses. He's a success.
Great.
Soccer.
Looking forward to that. Just let me know. Let me know when. Preferably Wednesday would be great. I will fit it into their schedule. Whatever we need to do, I will fit it in.
Okay, sounds great. And yeah, I've got email. I've got Darius's email. I've got, if Javier's coming, I'll get his email so we can send out a link for him.
Okay, sounds great. I want to thank everybody out there that's watching. The show does pretty well in this area, so keep watching, share it, let everybody know that hey, there's a soccer show in Rhode Island, right? I mean, this is great. I'm loving this. We've had such a good time. Look, RIFC, keep it going. Keep it going for a couple more weeks, right? Couple of weeks. That's all we're asking.
Hey,
extend
Ron,
this soccer season.
This is your show for soccer. This is a first in this area.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no competition. You're a first. We're a first in what we're doing, and
actually, I like it.
And keep it growing. And next year's a huge year in the U.S. in soccer.
Yeah, the views are steadily growing as we go every show. And even during the off season, whenever there's news, me and David will pop on and we'll give you updates, and whether it's World Cup, whatever it may be. So we'll keep going. This isn't going anywhere. We're not going to do 1 or 2 shows every year. This is going to be a regular.
Absolutely. So, hey, it's your show. I know you're enthusiastic, and I've been loving it. Hey, I've been loving this thing since I was 8 years old. So,
I know. And this is what we've been asking for, trying to do a soccer show, because it is the world's game.
No question.
So, and I'm sure we're going to add some like Premier League stuff. We're going to add a bunch of things so that way you at home can enjoy all kinds of information about soccer across the planet.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's going to be it for today. We will see everybody next week.
All right.
All righty. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you, David, for being here.
Thanks, Ron. Keep it going.